Hello, I am Dr. Constance Collins, Superintendent, Round Lake, District 116. We are going to share with you over the course of the year a number of podcasts. This year's series of podcasts will focus on the restructuring plan which has been implemented here within the district. Last year, we spent time during community forums as well as in meetings with staff, administrators, with our Board of Education to really define what restructuring would look like in Round Lake District 116. We made the decision to move forward following input from the community, our board and staff, with a governance model. This model means that we will take a look at adopting a new curriculum as well as taking a look at what the instructional day looks like for staff and students. That plan was developed last year and is into full swing for this year. During this podcast, you will hear about the Elementary Restructuring Plan. You will have an opportunity to hear from our Executive Director of Teaching and Learning, Dr. Keely Roberts, about restructuring at the elementary level. You will hear from Dr. Anna Fuhrer, an elementary principal, who will talk about what restructuring looks like in her school. And you will also hear from Mrs. Maureen Basala, who is a literacy coach, who will talk about the literacy program that we are now offering in Round Lake.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keely Roberts, the Executive Director of Teaching and Learning for Round Lake District 116. I'm excited to talk to you today about the Elementary Restructuring Plan. There were three key components to our Elementary Restructuring Plan. The first key component was the commitment to a 6-year curriculum review cycle. The district's committed to pursuing that over the course of the next 6 years, one content area at a time. The second component to our restructuring plan involved site-based professional development. We're really excited about engaging in that work this year, and the key component to that really is the commitment to align our teacher and staff member professional development to the needs of our students. The third component to our restructuring plan involves an IE block implementation. And what that really means is that we're kind of recommitting ourselves to the RTI model here in District 116 and making dedicated time each day in each of our elementary schools to ensure that all students have the opportunity to engage in intervention or enrichment based on their individual need. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the first component of that restructuring plan, which was the 6-year curriculum review cycle. This past school year, we engaged a committee, K-8, across the district to review literacy. As many of you have heard, we have implemented the Common Core standards in the state of Illinois, and as a district, we've decided to start literacy last year and align both horizontally and vertically our curriculum, K-8. Further, we decided to ensure that we had a common series, a common set of materials that all of our teachers could use to ensure that when they taught those standards, they were using the same pieces of text across the district. What you will find when you hear from Dr. Anna Fuhrer, one of our building principals, is that what this is really translated into is a real common experience for all of our students across the district. I'm excited about what you're going to hear about in the rest of this podcast. I'm excited about the work that our staff is doing, and I invite all of you to follow the good work that's happening here in District 116. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Fuhrer, and I am principal of Village Elementary School. I'm here today to share with you some of the benefits that come with having our new literacy series in place in our schools. The first is now we have updated curriculum that is fully aligned to the new Common Core standards. This is very important because these are the standards by which our students' achievement will now be measured. This also means that teachers must raise the level of rigor in their teaching, and the literacy series provides the tools for them to do so. The second benefit I'd like to share is that we are now aligned in our curriculum from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade, and this is excellent for teaching and for learning. We're all teaching the same concepts across the grade levels or within the grade levels. We are following the same curriculum and pacing guides, which provide a very clear roadmap of instruction for our teachers, and also it provides consistency in lesson planning. Another great benefit is that now students have great materials in their hands. Between all the books they have and the technology component, which brings the stories to life, students have many opportunities for 21st century learning. It's been a great experience to go into classrooms and see the same concepts being taught in different classes within a grade level, but with the teachers adding their personal touch to their lessons. It's truly an exciting time for teaching and learning in our schools. Thank you.
The 2013 Reading Street series encompasses 3 cornerstones of good teaching. Allows our teachers to be demanding, supportive, and intentional. In demanding, the Common Core learning standards are tied to each lesson. Our teachers no longer have to choose or decide what should be taught. And along with those learning standards are the high expectations. We're using formative assessments so that we can continue to monitor where our students are at, what they currently know, and what they need to work on. And we can reteach and go from there. Also, we're using the summative assessments so that we can monitor growth. A second cornerstone of good teaching is being supportive. It is not a one-size-fits-all reading series. There are many accommodations for our ESL learners, which allows them to be engaged in the text using discussions and writing. And third, it's intentional. This series is making sure that every minute of what our teachers are doing counts. We all have a sense of urgency that our students need to be prepared now, and what we are doing now is getting them prepared for the future. It allows us to extend their learning through those discussions, through those connections, and through their engagement. Currently, we're seeing lots of success in using the vocabulary words. The students are learning the definitions for these words, and then they're learning, on top of that, synonyms. So the number of words that they have currently learned is even doubled. They're using them in their discussions. They're using them in their writing. And when many classes, when the students see those words and hear those words, they're signaling the teacher to let them know they heard the words. They're keeping track of how many times they heard the words. So the vocabulary has been a wonderful tool that we've been easily able to implement, and we've seen some good success.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Keely Roberts, Dr. Anna Fuhrer, and Mrs. Maureen Basala for sharing and providing information about the Elementary Restructuring Program. Next month in October, you will hear about what is happening at the middle school level. Middle school restructuring is also exciting and provides great opportunities for our students as well as our staff. Thank you.
With fewer people to educate, the mission became less important. The beautiful mission churches in San Antonio now fell into disrepair.
Disrepair, good. Don't turn yet. I want to talk about that word, disrepair. Okay, what do we know about that word? What could you tell me about that word? Disrepair. Christian?
It's no repair.
Think of the two chunks. Think of the two chunks.